Hello, everybody. Hello again, everybody, is what I meant to say. I almost stumbled over that, and actually kind of did stumble over that. Anyway, my name's Marcus. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Reptiles by them Crooked Vultures. I've only ever heard one other song by this band, and that is the song Bandoliers. But I do know that this band has an absolutely legendary lineup. Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age, Dave Grohl, Queens of the Stone Age, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, and I always forget the last person, John Paul Jones. I want to say Led Zeppelin. Man, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. But yeah, legendary lineup. Really excited to hear more from them. Get a lot of requests from them because I do like Queens of the Stone Age so much, and I've been reacting to a few of their songs. So yeah, really excited. Let's listen. This is Reptiles, them Crooked Vultures. This does come as a request, so as always, if you would like to request something, please leave a comment down below, and I will be sure to get to it. All right, and here we go. Hey.
Look at him, he's always smiling. Help me to escape, you're not the gate, you foreign tourist.
Yeah, man, that was cool, man. That was so dirty. I loved it. Just everything I think Josh Home touches, it feels just so dirty and grimy, but like in a really good way. Don't get me wrong, but just has this sort of feel to it where it's like, man, it rocks out, and it's just has some really good energy to it, but it just feels so dirty, and I love it. This song sounded fantastic. I really appreciate all three of these artists personally. I had to double check. Yes, John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. I like Led Zeppelin. It's a shame that I can't remember everything about them sometimes. But yeah, so really love this one. All the instruments really played well together. Some really good guitar work throughout. Drumming sounded great. The vocals sounded great. I mean, just overall a fantastic song. So, as always, let's break it down like we always do. Let's start with those lyrics. So, here we go. I tried to make a break. What a fool. I should have known. I never listened. I'm in a cage, an animal. I'm in a cage. But the reptiles, they won't let me go. I think they want you to stray. Watch the monkey dance. Give him a taste. Look at him. He's always smiling. Help me to escape. Your mouth agape, you foreign tourist. Woe is me. It will be a funeral, a circus. I'll rap on the cell door. Questions are a fire that needs feeding to survive. So just you let those flames die down. So a lot of questions for me so far here. To me, it definitely seems like they're describing maybe like a zoo or, as he mentions in one of these lines, a circus. Because, right, you see, like, watch the monkey dance, but the reptiles, they won't let me go. I tried to make a break. What a fool. I should have known I'd never listen. I'm in a cage, an animal in a cage. So I wonder if he's using this sort of allegory or I guess, metaphor for, like a zoo or a circus where he's an animal trapped in a cage, used only to perform or to entertain others, right? And I wonder if this is, now that I say that, I wonder if this is maybe a metaphor for being in a band where you kind of feel like your art is really just there to entertain others, and maybe you lose some of that passion for it at some point, I guess. I don't know. Woe is me, it will be a funeral, a circus, I'll rap on the cell door. Questions are a fire that needs feeding to survive. So you let those flames die down. Trained by consequence and the lash, it leaves me breathless. Their praise is a poison to us all. In the moonlight, their scars flash like jewelry. Get too precious, get locked up in a cage. So I wonder if this is sort of an idea of where when you become popular as an artist, people sort of expect a certain sound from you, and so you feel like you're locked in this cage creatively. The reason I say that is because I see, like, a lot of these lines, questions are a fire that needs feeding to survive. So just you let those flames die down. I could see like maybe a record label saying that to the artist, like, hey, why can't we do it this way, or why can't we put out this type of song? And it's like, no need to ask questions, put the fire out, basically, and just do what you're told, essentially, right? Trained by consequence and the lash, it leaves me breathless. Their praise is a poison to us all. That's the part that really made me think, okay, is this perhaps like saying when you become too popular or too big that you sort of lose that creative freedom? Their praise is a poison. So when you get that praise and that praise and that praise, it's actually poisonous because it hurts you more than anything to try to replicate that praise to the point where you lose a little bit of your creativity. In the moonlight, their scars flash like jewelry. And in this part too, get too precious, get locked up in a cage. So when you become too popular, too famous, or the thing that you make is loved too much, you're put in this cage where you're expected to kind of do the same thing over and over. Want to get, gotta risk any move, misconstrued, and you're screwed. Tongues flash and flick as if they're screaming. Oh, they lie just like a lover. Oh, do they? Those kisses will burn. Under the lights, they snap a finger. You jump, you answer. Like a naive hooker with a big dumb smile. And again, this sounds to me like performing. Under the lights, they snap a finger and you jump, you answer. Like a naive hooker. So you are almost beholden to the audience, to the fans. For the reptiles, I guess you'll never know. They won't let you go, 'cause you're the soup du jour, that's for sure. Questions are a fire that needs feeding to survive, so just you let those flames die down. See them reptiles crawl, getting closer. Why won't someone come and drive them away? Don't rest too long, it's a mistake we can't take back. Take one lying down for a change, oh, it's been cleaning up it's like cleaning up after an orgy. When it's over, I wish someone would burn this place to the ground. Damn, I mean, it's a pretty good idea, right? Or it's a funny line. Like, I've never heard someone say that. Like, but it also almost makes you think, like, yeah, like after an orgy, like the cleaning up would probably not be fun, you know? Just burn it down and move on to the next thing. So don't rest too long. It's a mistake we can't take back. Take one lying down for a change. I know it's like cleaning up after an orgy. When it's over, I wish someone would burn this place to the ground. Interesting. There's a comment here that says, pretty sure this song is about going against the grain that is society, forging your way in a land of reptiles and succeeding in the face of fear and doubt. That makes sense. I can see how that person would construe that a lot. Construe that meaning, I should say. And yeah, I can definitely see how this would be maybe standing up against society, right? I can definitely read that from what I just read in the lyrics. I kind of like my idea that maybe it's about being an artist and being locked in a cage creatively. But I think that's the beauty of this particular piece of writing, is that the meaning is sort of ambiguous, and so far I haven't really seen anything officially from the band saying what this particular song is about. So I think both interpretations are valid. It's definitely something. The reason I kind of favor my ideas, I guess, well, one, because it's mine, but because I think artists get that a lot. I think of one of my favorite bands, Metallica. Their albums aren't always great. I'll be the first to admit, but I got to give them credit for trying to reinvent themselves and try something new. Not just making Master of Puppets 12 times in a row or whatever, right? Like they, you got to remember, a lot of people hated the Black Album when it came out. It's not heavy enough. It's not Metallica. But commercially, that one album alone sold like 15 million plus albums. Some artists haven't even sold 15 million albums. And Metallica sold that many in one album. So it's like, yeah, you can be commercially successful. That's okay. Like, I don't personally believe in calling bands a sellout, because I just feel like artists should be able to make a living off of their art, right? And two, artists should be able to do what they want to do creatively. And if that just happens to be a more commercial sound, then so be it. That's, if you continue to support the artist, great. If not, move on with your life. But I think the worst thing you can do is sort of trap this artist in a cage creatively, because what you get is much less authentic. And to be fair, when there is that sort of monetary influence, sometimes you do also get a little bit of a little less authenticity from the band. So it's kind of a fine line to walk, I feel like. But yeah, if that's what the song is about, then I wholeheartedly agree. Again, I use Metallica as an example. I like Load and Reload. I like one or two songs off of Saint Anger, although I don't really like Saint Anger. I really like Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I like Death Magnetic. I like a lot of their newer stuff, but ever since the Black Album, there are people who said, no, that's not real Metallica. Real Metallica is only, pre-Black Album. And I'm like, that's really not fair to the artist. So, and it happens to a lot of artists. I mean, hell, I've made some of those criticisms about Muse, having done so much Muse on this channel. I'm like, oh yeah, new Muse, old Muse is where it's at. But to be fair, there are some new Muse songs that I've appreciated so far. Not many yet, but I haven't listened to many yet. But there are some out there that I've appreciated. So I just don't think you can sort of trap an artist in this creative bubble and expect them to be the same thing over and over and over again. Because I think as an artist, that gets tiring. Hell, I'm not an artist, but doing this channel sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to sit down and listen to a song, and it's just the same old formula. So I do have ideas for like other more original videos in the future, just because I'm like, I don't want to do the same thing every single day in and day out. So anyway, that's my whole 2 cents, and that I could be totally wrong. This could not even be what the song's about. So, but that's just how I feel about it. I do like that it's open to interpretation. So 2 thumbs up from me lyrically. Instrumentally, fantastic job. I said as soon as the song ended, the guitar was fantastic, and it sort of had this, I don't want to say southern, but almost, and I wouldn't call this desert rock, but it had this sort of desert rock vibe on the guitar during some parts, especially kind of the backing guitar. The main guitar riff was just dirty. It was awesome. Bass was a little low. I had to really kind of listen there for the bass, but what I heard I liked. Drumming was fantastic. The vocalists sound good. I know Josh Holm kind of took care of most of the vocals there, but there were some backup vocals, I think, from Grohl and from Jones, and sounded great. Everything really came together, and at the end of the day, at the end of the song, I just found myself kind of grooving and enjoying the song for what it was. I can't say that there were necessarily specific parts that I can say, oh, this was my favorite part of the song. I think the song overall was just really fun to listen to, just very enjoyable. So instrumentally, vocally, I give it 2 thumbs up. As far as the replay value goes, this one rocked out. I like this one a lot. Like I said, I really enjoyed the groove. So it's going on the playlist. And we're definitely going to listen to it again. I'm going to listen to it multiple times. So really excited to hear that again. 2 thumbs up for replay value. Overall, very, very solid song. A lot of you have been requesting more from this band in the comments, and you will definitely get them. But regardless, please continue to tell me which songs you'd really like to see from this band, because I'm ready to listen to them again. They have shown me something great, and I think I just really appreciate Josh Holm. Between Queens of the Stone Age and now them Crooked Vultures, I've loved what I've heard from him. So yeah, more suggestions, please. Thank you. As always, if you would like to request something, it's easy as going in the comments. If you want to support the artist, go listen to their music. Support them however you can. One place you can definitely find them Crooked Vultures is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. And if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like and subscribe and comment. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.